So this pop-up workshop for 90 minutes, I am going to give you a really large slice of how storytelling works. I want to teach you how to tell your story. Your story matters. It matters to your family, to your business, to your friends. And I'm going to teach you how to do that the best way possible. What I want to do is to find the voice in you. During those 90 minutes, we're going to play games, silly games. We're going to step right inside the story, and we're going to go somewhere really deep with a meditation. And then we're going to walk the story, the understanding. The story becomes part of our bones. But firstly, what about the games? 2 games. 1, where you have to expand the story. 2, when you have to add things which have nothing to do with the story. It's very, very funny. So, tell me about it. This is where I will tell a story, made up. There's a river, there's a bridge, and the person I'm working with will say, tell us about the bridge. What's it like? And I'll go, it's a stone bridge, and the river's really wide. Elephant in the room, same bridge, same river, crossing the bridge, when the person I'm working with says, telephone box. Oh, in the middle of the bridge there's a telephone box. And then they'll say, I'll get on with the story, and I went past, what colour is it? It's red. And I got to the other side, and they'll say, Prime Minister, and I'll go, oh my goodness me, it's Mr. Starmer, isn't he a sir? And you add it in. Good afternoon, Prime Minister. Could you tell me the way to Istanbul? Then we're going to do something called object. Here's an object. This looks like a stone, but it's actually the first words that God ever spoke, and they were turned to stone. That's 1. You might think I have a knife, but actually it's a piece of lightning caught by one of those gods long ago. Ooh. Here, this looks like an ordinary spoon, but it's not. I know that it was put under the eye of a giant, a huge giant, as he was crying, and his tears filled the spoon. The giant and the spoon were so big that liquid, that salty water, is the Pacific Ocean. And here, this is not really a little thing to put my cup on. This is actually one of the goddesses of the sky. She's making this giant carpet. She's making it out of all the stories in the world. And when she's sewn them all together, all the stories, and the carpet is complete, only then will you and I and everyone else understand one another, and there will be no more war. In this 90 minutes, I don't expect to teach you everything, but I want to give you a glimpse of what I will be teaching in the 10-week course, and for you to have fun with this. One of the things I will be teaching you is how to make a graph of the stories that you're going to be working on. So if you've brought a story, we want to look at what the high points are and the low points. When you know what these are, these become the pillars of the story. Many of the things that happen as a storyteller, as you do more and more, whether it's public speaking, whether it's just in a party, or whether performing, is that you get this sense of understanding, including everybody and bringing everything in the story alive. It is really important that when you're looking at somebody up there, down there, that you are having this interaction. This is what storytelling is really about. And there's an interesting thing about the narrator and the character. And you will find that you go from one to the other quite simply without thinking about it. There was this mountain. There was this river. And I can see this man and this woman sitting beside the river. And they're looking at one another. What do you feel now? I don't know, she said. I've been so scared for so long that when I saw you, what was I meant to do? And then I watched them. as they stood up, they took one another's hands and they began to wade through the water. I thought they were going to drown, but maybe it was the love between them that allowed them to cross that river before they were found. The difference between narrator and character, to be the person, means that you have to understand and feel, really important, feel the emotion. I will teach you how to enter that space in this pop-up workshop. My name is Paul Jackson. I'm a storyteller, writer and author and musician, and I really, really look forward to working with you and seeing you blossom with your own stories. See you then.